Muller Magnetica presents the super content sales funnel applied to relationships. Yes, that's exactly what you heard. And of course, this is just a joke. It's something for you to get a sense of how it works, how you can use it to your advantage, and to check if you're heading in the right direction regarding what you want for yourself. In other words, the type of relationship or the specific type of man. Basically, the sales funnel works as follows. There's the number of visitors, then potential leads, engagement, and finally, conversion into sales. Now let's imagine a dating app. So you're on the dating app and naturally there will be a number of people, of men, who will appear on your screen and you start liking 1, 2, 3, 4. What do? You make a note, right? So you take a week and write down how many people you liked, right? Naturally, you'll get a response from that because once you like someone, you also become available on those men's screens. In other words, you'll show up on their timeline and they'll naturally like you back and you'll get a match. So this calculation of how many people you liked in a week compared to how many people matched with you naturally, that's already a rough basis for calculation. Of course, it doesn't have to be exactly precise and so on. It's more of a playful exercise for you to learn what this says about you. Why? Depending on how many people you like, it means you have a certain type of interest, right? You went there, saw the bio, saw the photo, the description about the man and so on. The way we present ourselves on social media, our mirror there is the bio, the images we post, and some basic information about us. The way I present myself should indeed be in line with what I'm looking for. And depending on how many people you like, how many matches you get, it means you are or are not in alignment. In other words, presenting yourself in the right way according to what you want to get in return. You start talking and it's in this conversation, this dialogue, where things will happen. Is he an interesting guy? Will he be interested in you? Do the topics, the interests make sense? So there you have another screening process. First, you start by liking someone, then you move on to matching, and then to a relationship. So you already have a screening process. Out of all the people who matched with you, how many did you actually engage with? Did the type of conversation, the interests, the places he goes, what he does, the way he speaks, in other words, how he communicates, his values, interests, and so on, really make sense to you? All these characteristics, when you are communicating with him, relating to him digitally, will give you a sense of whether you were right or not about this person. So this is the third level. And finally, the fourth level. It's the meeting. In other words, out of the people you liked subsequently, out of those who matched with you, how many did you actually interact with, talk to, and so on? How many of them did you actually go out with? Did you really go on a date? Were you interested, or was the other person interested in meeting you in person? So each part of this funnel is precisely calibrated to know where you need to act in order to improve that conversion. If I have a number of visitors on my page, in my store, how many people was I able to turn into leads, build relationships, create engagement, and finally get them to buy my product? So all of this is evaluated. You can use the sales funnel, which is something we use without even realizing it because we're always being measured, right? Always being guided by the feedback we get socially. But now you can use it more practically in your daily life, be aware of it, and improve in the areas where you notice you can do better in your presentation. And if you found these tips interesting and want to apply many more like them in your life right now, click the button below or ask for the link via direct message. Certainly, by learning more about the teachings that Vanessa de Oliveira shares with you through her courses, you will become a truly powerful woman. So click the button below or ask for the link via direct message.